Recording is on.
Okay.
Union Bank has started sharing screen, but I can't see anything on the screen. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this webinar titled DIY, How to Build a Secure Business Website, brought to you by Union Bank. My name is Koinsola Akimrele, and I am the Content and Community Lead for αlpher by Union Bank. Our speaker for today's session, Confidence Staveley, is the founder and CEO of CyberSafe Foundation. Confidence is a cybersecurity awareness advocate, an ethical hacker, an information technology expert, a global shaper, and an entrepreneur with over a decade's worth of experience in technology and business development roles across multiple sectors. She holds a BSc in Information Technology and Business Information Systems, and an MSc in Information Technology Management from the Universities of Middlesex and the University of Bradford, where she finished with a first class with honors and a distinction respectively. Her wealth of experience, garnered across diverse sectors, including education, banking, government, and fintech, has distinguished her as one of the leading female voices in the African technological space. She is a BBC Biz 100 expert, an external faculty of the FinTech Institute, and she recently listed as one of the top 50 women in cybersecurity in Africa. An acknowledgement of her professionalism, influence, and expertise within the African tech ecosystem. After that amazing list of achievements and expertise, I'm sure we are all eager to learn from her today. But before I hand over to her, a bit of housekeeping. If you have any questions during the session, please click on the Q&A tab and type your questions there. We will have a question and answer segment right after the presentation. I'm very excited to now hand over you to our speaker, Confidence Staveley, who will be teaching us how to build a secure business website. Over to you, Confidence.
Thank you so much, Koinsola, for that very beautiful introduction, and welcome everyone that has joined us on this very great webinar, where you'll be learning how to build a secure business website by yourself, DIY, doing it yourself. And I'm so excited to take you through this journey. Let's go on. Great. So we are going to be building a website as part of this webinar, and we are going to be able to see the steps through how we get to do this. Let's go to the next slide. We are going to be able to see the steps as we do this. However, some parts of this webinar, to ensure that you don't listen to my not so boring voice for a very long time, we've had to do some of the preliminary work of this webinar, just to make sure that this is quick, straight to the point, and as impactful as possible. Can we go to the next slide? Can we move on to the next slide, please? So while that's getting to happen, we are going to learn how to purchase a domain. We are also going to learn about hosting plans, how to get your hosting plans. And don't be frightened about any word you're hearing that I'm throwing out and you don't yet know the meaning. Very soon, at the end of this webinar, you'll become a champ, and you'll be able to understand, and of course, do a lot of these things which I'm speaking to you about right now. So you'll get to know how websites work, how to buy a domain, and what a domain name is in the first place, and what hosting is, how to purchase those also. Like I said, that's been done outside of the outside of this webinar, and you'll get to receive the links to watch those videos separately in your inbox from Union Bank. Can we go on, please? Can we move to the next slide, please? Okay, while that gets to happen, I'm just going to talk you through how a website works. A website is actually a collection of openly accessible web pages, which means that these web pages are interlinked also, but they are openly accessible, and they come together to form a website. So a website is a collection of more than one web page. Sometimes you actually have one-page websites, but that's on rare occasions and still has to have some sort of will I say some subs. So a website on its own is a collection of web pages. So that means a website is made up of web pages. Now the website also exists on what's called the World Wide Web, which means that that's the reason why you have to type www. your domain, whatever it is, like Alpha Woman, to actually go to Alpha Woman's website, because it exists on the World Wide Web, and that's the full meaning of www. So the World Wide Web is a collection of websites, and there are millions of websites across the world for different functionalities. Some of them are for businesses, and that's why businesses have websites at .com, while some are for not-for-profit organizations, and that's where you're going to have a situation where a website is the domain name .org. Also, you can have a website for your network, and then you have it as .net. So the way your website is, and the way your website, the full web address for your website is actually a description of what your business is about. So you must know this so you can, of course, pick your domain names wisely, and of course the extension, is it .com, is it .net, and so on. Let's move on. Now, for you to be able to access a website, you have to do that through a browser called, through a software called a browser. Now, that browser retrieves the website you're looking to visit and then presents it to you. Let's go on. Now, like yourself, the website is seen as whole, but is made up of different parts. The parts could include text, videos, images, name it. So really, it's made up of parts, just like you. Always remember that. So as much as you see it as a whole, it's actually made up of sub-parts. It's also made up of code. But like we said, this is a DIY session, so we are going to build a website, but remove as much code as possible. This will be done by clicking buttons, so this will be very easy, just like you would type a document out or create a document. That's how easy this is going to be. Let's go on. So don't get frightened. Let's go on to the next slide. You're going to learn about this, and it's going to be so easy. Just tell yourself you can do this, and you'll definitely be able to do this. Let's go on to the next slide. You'll be able to go through doing this. So we are also going to be building our website on a content management system called WordPress. Now, this also helps because you'll be able to build that website without actually typing any code. Some of the parts of a website that I did not mention is actually code. So this platform, which we are going to be showing you today, is going to help you build your website. Even if you're not a techie, it's also going to help you build your website without typing in code. Can we go on to the next one? Can we go on to the next one? So why WordPress? WordPress is the content management system that I had mentioned earlier that we are going to be using to build our website. So why WordPress? Can we go on to the next slide? Why do we choose WordPress as the content management system? It's because WordPress is free. That's exciting. You don't have to pay any amount of money to get the WordPress platform. It is free of charge. And so over 45% of the websites on the World Wide Web are actually built with WordPress, and that's amazing because of the sheer hugeness and the sheer size of WordPress and the community that's using it. There are constantly upgrades also made available. So from the security angle, you know, I'm security conscious all the way, and I'm going to be showing you, I'm going to be putting in bits of security as we go along the way. These upgrades are very essential to make sure that your website is secure and remains secure. So it's very important. And then WordPress has this community that makes it available in upgrades every now and again. If I'm too fast for you, please let me know in the comment section. I want this to be as interactive as possible. If there's something you don't understand, please drop a comment. Also, if you have a question, remember you can use the Q&A button at the bottom of your screen. The next very great advantage of using WordPress is that it is search engine friendly, which means Google loves websites that use WordPress. So why shouldn't you use it? Use something that's SEO friendly. It's also very flexible. That means you can extend it, you can stretch it, and make it do what you want to do. Like I said, there's a huge community and there's no coding involved. If you don't want to code anything, you can actually have a full website that's functional without any code manually written. It's also easy for you to manage, which means that if someone were to build your website and you already have it, you can actually manage it yourself. It's just literally click, drag, drop. That's all we're going to be doing today. Easy peasy. Also, WordPress structure helps you to keep the design of your website and the across web pages consistent. Like we said, a website is a collection of openly accessible web pages. So it's actually many pages. So when people move from one page to another, it doesn't look, you know, very, very different. WordPress helps with managing that. Let's go on to the next slide. Now, also for the purpose of this particular, to make sure that we stay within time, we have actually shown how to set up your business email address. But before you set up your business email address, you will also have to purchase a hosting plan and a domain. Now back to hosting plans and domains. Remember that your domain name is literally your address on the web, while your hosting plan is the house that is built on that address. So you need both of them to be able to house your website that becomes available to anybody accessing the World Wide Web. So you have to get both a hosting plan and a domain name to be able to have a website. To help you do that, I'm going to, we already have a video that's separate from this masterclass that has been done, and then you see a demo of that. That's already available, and the Union Bank team is going to be sharing that with all attendees of this webinar. We've also shown you how to set up your business email address. That's also been demoed out. For also the purposes of making sure this runs really fast, we've already set up WordPress, and you'll get to see how you can do that yourself. So if you follow the steps in that video, bam, you would have WordPress installed, easy peasy. We've also shown how to install required plugins. So plugins that you really, really need, WordPress plugins that you really need. I would also put them together and actually done the demo for you in steps of installation of those plugins, and they are available to you in that particular demo. So let's go on to the next slide, please. Please, let's go on. Great. So now we are at building our online storefront. Amazing. So now we're going to show you how to build an online storefront, because that's the demo we are doing today. I can see that we are currently live on Facebook. Welcome to everyone joining us on Facebook. I am so excited to have you as part of this webinar. Welcome. So I'm going to be walking you through a live WordPress site that we're building a storefront on. Okay, let's get to it really quickly. So grab a cup of coffee and relax. It's going to be a long but very interesting ride. And you're very free to ask me questions as we go along. So if you can see my screen now, let me know, drop a comment and let me know that you can see my screen. We are currently Fantastic. So I see the comments rolling in. You guys are amazing. You're very responsive. Great. So like I said, we've already installed WordPress and we're going to be moving ahead now. We've installed all the plugins. Like I said, all of this that has been done is already available to you in the video that we shared with you. The Union Bank team is going to be sharing with you. So we're going to go on straight up to the storefront. So that means we're going to be working with a brand, a fictitious brand, and we're going to be creating products. The brand sells products. We're going to be including those products, and we're going to be doing that, all of that on our website. Also, for the purpose of fast tracking this whole demo, we have also uploaded all our images on the media portion here. Now, to access this back end, this is the back end, this is the administration end for your website. To access it, all you need to do is go to your domain /WP admin, like you can see here. That is how to get to the back end. So, but if you were to visit the website, it would just be confidencestavely.com, which is my name. Okay, but to see the admin back end, you will have to do /WP admin and then put in your username and your password to have access. So if you do not have a username or a password, you will not be able to have access. So now I said all images that we need to use have already been uploaded on the media section here. You can see all of them here. Great. So all of them are visible to you here. Now, the next thing we're going to do, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create categories. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to install Woocommerce. Woocommerce is the biggest plugin, or let's call it let me explain what the plugin is. The biggest extension of WordPress that is used to create e-commerce websites. Is the largest used across the world right now. So we are going to install the plugin, and all you have to do to install the plugin is go to plugins, click on add new, and then you will add the plugin. So we're going to go on and type Woocommerce. It's a very popular plugin, and it really makes building a WordPress e-commerce website so easy. So we're going to click on install now, and we're going to, maybe have a little dance while it installs. And that's really fast. We activate it for it to be active. So great. We have Woocommerce on now, and it's activating. And this happens really fast. Don't worry, it happens really fast. And then what we have to do now is set up our Woocommerce, which is actually our storefront. Okay, is what is going to be giving us the features of a WordPress storefront. So we're going to go on. So we're going to click on yes, please. So that installs very fast. Let's see it doing its magic. And I am seeing those comments coming in. Okay, great. So now what you have to do that is basically putting filling your address. So again, like the fictitious brand I mentioned, we're going to be using, I already have an address here. We're going to use 24 Obanikoro Awolowo Road. We're going to fill that in as our first line of address, and then add Ikoyi here. This address does not exist, by the way. We're going to choose what region, what country, what region. Of course, we are in, let's say, Nigeria, Lagos. Are there people joining us from other parts of Nigeria? Of course they are. I want to see you in the comment section. Just drop what city you're joining us from. Let us give you a shout. Drop the comments. Which city are you joining us from in the comment section? Oh, you don't have to pay for WordPress. WordPress is free of charge. Great. So I see those comments coming. We are going to get to review what cities you're joining us from. I'm so excited that you are actually joining us from other parts of Nigeria, possibly other parts of the world. So you're not setting this store up for a client, so you don't need to click on this, and you click on continue. I generally don't like tracking, so I'm going to leave it out. But if you want to have the information passed on to Woocommerce, then you can definitely go ahead with that option. Great. So now we have to choose what industry we operate in. We're going to choose home furniture. Oh, Abuja, we have people joining us from Akure. Welcome, Rotimi, from Kano State, from Ogun State. Amazing. If you have any questions, don't drop them on the chat. It will get lost in transit. Please make sure you drop them on the Q&A portion of this webinar. Somebody's joining us from Argentina. That's amazing. Welcome, everyone. So now back to our installation. Remember that we are actually selling physical products with this particular brand we're using, this pseudo brand we're using. So we're going to use physical products. For some of you who are selling products that are not physical, you see the options that are available here. Now, another amazing thing is that the Woocommerce plugin is free for the basic features, which actually offers quite a lot already for you. So you can go ahead and use it. And like I said, WordPress is free. Now, for people asking where to get WordPress, use Google. Just type WordPress installation. You will find where to download WordPress and how to add it to your website. Just remember that all you need to do is Google it, and it's available for you to use. How many products? We're going to say 11 to 100. Currently, where are we selling? We're going to say yes, on another platform and in person. We're going to put our revenue really quickly. Let's go really, really quickly. We're going to say other, because let's say the platform we are selling on is not listed here. Let's say Instagram is where you currently sell. Make this really simple. I'm going to turn off all of these other extras. You can come in and do them later on. Like I said, when you learn how to do this, it is your playground. You just play around and you learn more. The next key thing you're going to do is choose a theme. Now, the theme actually controls how your website displays. So one of the best themes to use is Storefront. So let's go to Storefront and we click on choose. It will begin to install the theme for us. Great. So WordPress has now had Storefront installed as a theme. It's like saying on Microsoft Word, if you format your text, if you have some themes, you can just format all your text in a particular way and it will all work. So I'm going to also leave this out to make sure that the installation is as simple as possible. When you get better at doing this, of course, you're going to be able to play around with a whole lot more stuff. Wow, someone is joining us from Cameroon, Yaoundé. Welcome. I don't know how to say welcome in French or yeah. Victoria Island. Oh, I'm so sorry. You're struggling to keep up. Don't worry. The recording is going to be available. And we are going to make sure, the Unibank team is going to make sure that you get it. Great. So now we're moving on. We now have a platform for e-commerce website. The next key thing we are going to do is create categories. You know, your products usually exist in categories for a lot of people who have multiple products. So let's assume this is one of those kind of businesses. So what do you do to create products in their categories? You come to products and you come to categories. We are going to create categories really fast. So stick with me and you're going to understand everything I say. This is literally just click, click, click about. It's not difficult at all. We're still going with our fictitious plan, brand. So we're going to put in bundles. Bundles is one of the categories that this brand has. We'll put a description and then add an image. Like I said, all the images are already uploaded here to make this really fast. So I'm going to use this and then click on add category. So it's very good to add all this extra information because this is really going to make sure that your website is very search engine friendly. The thing is, you don't want to build a website that's obscure. You have to make sure that everyone sees it, and in all of the noise that is made around the web, that your website actually gets and grabs attention and keeps it. So yes, we're doing just that, and we're doing amazing. Okay, we're still going on creating this categories really fast. You see, it's also a good idea to have your categories already written out. Like I have mine here for this fictitious brand. It's very, very, because then it makes the work really easy for you to build your website. It makes it really easy. It makes it a work in the park. So we're going to create these categories really fast, and bam. stick with me. I'm going to be unmuting one person very soon at some point in this presentation to talk through what they understand I am doing. I don't want to be talking to myself. If you're in a quiet space, you're not in a noisy place, and you can contribute because you understand what we are doing, I would ask that at some point you sort of tell me in the comment section if you can speak where you are, and then we will give you the stage. You know, I'm not greedy with the stage. Okay. So we're going to move on to I think that is our last category. We're doing amazing. We just added a category really fast. Can you imagine? So it's literally as simple as this. Very easy and quick to do. You're just filling out a form. Imagine you're filling out a form. That's exactly what this is. You're just filling out forms, and then your website is going to be created. Bam. So you now have all your categories. It's now time to add your products. Okay, so now to add a product, who knows what to do? Can anyone tell me what I would do? You're currently looking at the options. Anyone? Can anyone tell me what to do to add a product? If you can speak, let me know. Okay, someone has lifted their hands. Great. I'm going to unmute you, Moji Shola. Okay, oh, I don't have that power. Please just quickly drop the chat. What do you think we should do? Go ahead, chat. Moji Shola, I want to hear from you. Amazing. So great. You guys are following. I'm so excited. So to add a product, it's actually under product here. You click on add new. You finish adding categories. So now we're going to add products because it's just like your physical store. You have things displayed in categories, maybe in their areas, like you have the aisle for food, you have the aisle for cosmetics, that sort of thing. That's just what is working as at work here. So I'm really excited that everyone is following. I can see that the questions are really coming. We are actually designing our website with WordPress. Oh, don't worry. If there's somebody asking about anonymously about installing WordPress, like I said, there's a video for that. You won't need to set up any database or anything like that. I have put together a video to show you how to just click, just few clicks, nothing like, you know, creating a database, and you can quickly just have your WordPress site up and running. So please stick around and wait and stay involved until we finish, and you're going to get all of that. So we're moving first. You see, just like any form you're filling, there's a product name that you have to enter. You enter your product name. So we're going to start first with different kind of products. So we're going to start with the simplest of them all. We're going to create a simple product that just has one variable. So there's no, it's not complex. We're going to do that with a timeless candle. We're going to do that with a candle. Let's see. Okay, so let's do this with the candle. Okay, so we're going to do timeless collection. That's the name of the product. We're going to put a description there for timeless collection. Oops, I spelled something wrong there. So you see, WordPress is so easy. It looks like you're actually typing in Microsoft Word. You put that same short description down here, and then you add an image. So what does that product look like? So like I said, all the images are already uploaded here, and all you have to do is just choose the image. Okay. So we quickly choose our image here. Great. We are using the online version of WordPress. I saw that question. Okay, so you also have to pick the category. So this timeless collection is under candles. So you click on candles. The next thing you have to now choose other things. So I'm going to pause here right now and go to something else we did not do. And I'm going to click publish. Pardon me. I need to show you some great adjustments we need to make. Because, for example, if you notice, we saw that the currency for our website is in dollars. You're not going to be billing people in dollars for this demo. We're going to be billing in Naira. So we have to make those adjustments in WooCommerce. So you go to WooCommerce, okay, and you go to settings. We're going to open this in a new tab so we don't disturb what we're doing here. So you can see the address here. Now we're not selling to all countries. We are going to say selling to specific countries, and we are going to pick Nigeria. If I'm too fast, please let me know. We're going to be saying we are shipping to specific countries only, Nigeria. Again, I don't want to complicate things, but we have something very amazing coming up. And I'm going to tell you about that. It's going to help a lot more people understand and, of course, put this into practice. So can you see here that currency is in dollars? You now come here and type Nigeria. Once you type NIG, it comes up with the Naira sign here. And then, bam. You can see here, we save the changes. And there will be a recording definitely. Oh, sorry, Jumoke, don't worry, you're going to get to see the recording. Some other very key functionalities you have to make changes to your products here. You also need to make changes to your shipping and your payments. You're going to get to all of that. We've only just touched on the basic one, which is general. We're going to come back to all of those perfections. We're going to go back to the products page where we're creating our product now. We are going to refresh so that we can then see the Naira sign. You see, everything is what you see is what you get. There is no hanky-panky around with this one. So you see, it's changed to Naira. Great. So we have our product here, and we have the description, and we have it in its category. Another good thing you can do is you can add tags. So this is how you describe the product. For example, you put candles. When people are searching it, they're going to get to find it under candles. You're going to put timeless, just whatever you use to describe that product. The next key thing you're going to do is add an amount. So how much is this product? Say this product is, say, maybe 2,000 Naira. If it's on sale, you can add the sale price, otherwise leave it that way. We're going to play a bit more with this product data type. I'm going to show you the different products and different categories. Now, in inventory, you have to say the code, the specific code. You're going to manage stock and say, okay, we have 20 pieces of these available. Yes, tagging is actually a way to make sure that search engine, your website becomes search engine friendly, more and more search engine friendly. Great. So this is shipping. You can play around with all of these things. Now, a key part to make sure you play around with is the linked product. Because if you sell one product, just like Amazon does, when they show you a product, they show you other products that are related to it. And then your customers are more likely to buy more products because you have what is called upsells. So products that are related to the product they're currently looking at that they might find interesting, or an upgrade they might find interesting. So those are upsells and cross-sells. So these are advanced settings. Then we can quickly go ahead and just click update. Once you do that, we'll be able to see our product. So I'm going to show you what the product page looks like right now. It's crappy, but we're going to get it looking better very soon. So we're going to go to our product. It's currently loading. I remember this is live, so you can see from wherever you are. Can you see this? We now have our first product live, yay! And you can come in here and mouse over to see the product more. People can choose how many of this product they want. You can see all of that. The description is here. The reviews are there. If somebody gives you a rating. Now let's quickly come in and add another product that will show us a whole lot more. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a product that has variable options. So like many other options in the middle of it. So We're going to click on add new once again. And we are going to go with candles yet again. We're going to go with the scented candles. Okay. Quickly do this. I'm doing many of these because this is a core portion of your work, and I need you to see how easy it is to get this done. You put it, of course, in its category, and then if you want to put tags, you put tags. We need to run right now, so I won't be putting tags. We go on to choose the candle we're talking about here. So let's say we choose this one. Also, make sure that your images are square in shape and they are not less than 800 pixels in width and height. That will help you ensure. So now you put the price here. Hey, this is 3,000 naira. It's not on sale, so I'm going to just move on. Now, like I said, we are going to add what is called variations, so like different versions of it. So for example, if you have a dress and maybe you sell your fashion business, and when people order sizes of your dress and their size is more than size 16, you build an extra for the sizes that are 16 and above. This variation tool is amazing for you. So you go to attributes and you click on adding a custom attribute, and you click on add. This will allow you to add something that is going to add a twist to that particular what's it called again, to that particular product. So let's say for us it's fragrance. The variation is fragrance, and we now have to put the different fragrances here, so people can then pick their fragrance. Oh my God, I've forgotten the fragrances. Okay. Fruity, we're going to go with 2, just 2. And we're going to click on add, save attribute. If you're following me and you're enjoying this class, please drop a message and let me know that you are actually following. Okay, so all you have to do, someone has asked a very good question, and I'm going to answer it at the end of the class so that we actually meet our targets in terms of time management. Great. I see a lot of people are saying they enjoy this. I'm very excited to hear that. So now, we have our products here in 2 different variances. But we need to change this from simple product to variable product. We have to see all the features that we have. Okay, so when you go to variations now, great, we go to variations. Oops. We're going to save this because something went wrong there. Let's publish it and then come back. We're going to come back and have this showing the right things, okay? So remember, we're also going to be putting how much of this product we have in stock at the moment. Let's say we have 0,002, 4, and we have 20 of this in stock. Okay. Remember that this is a key part. We are going to remove this and re-add it because it doesn't seem to be coming up. Let's click on add custom attribute. Okay, I see that a lot of people are asking about available to you, so you can actually play around with the features that we discussed here. We know that a lot of people here have never done this before, so don't worry about it. We would definitely be having this available to you, made available to you, the recording. And then you can play back, sit back, enjoy, and get to practice what you've learned. So we're going to go and remove this, like I said. And then we're going to add one. Sorry, this goes really fast. Cherry blossom. And we're going to click on save attributes. So you can see we had variations there. So now we're going to add a variation. So see, we click on add variation and then we go on variations, go. So now you can see fragrance is now there, okay? Now when you expand this, you would see the different versions. So you can always add, you know. Let's see this. So we have two variances here of the same product. So all you need to do is now put the price. And click on save changes. Of course, you can then put different images. Not to worry, guys, the video is coming up very soon, or the video will be sent to you soon. So for cherry blossom, when somebody goes to cherry blossom, this is what they see. So I'm going to go save changes. And we're going to add variation, go. This is for cherry blossom. Now this is for, the next variation we're going to add is for fruity. So you can see when we go to fruity, you can then change the image and put some other image for fruity. Remember, this is just a demo, so we're not putting so much thought into it, but you can do a whole lot more with this tool. Just play around with it. If you want to get the video and you're able to see this, just play around with it and you get along. So great, we have two products added now. So that's the same way you're going to just add different products. I'm going to add just one more product and then we can get going. I'm going to add gift box, add new. Remember that if you have any issues, I'm also available to answer some questions, except for some people that will get to make an announcement for, so stick around to the end. But you can connect with me and of course ask me some questions. I'm willing to answer some questions, so stick around, but there's a special announcement to be made. So I'm going to quickly add one type of product, which is the gift box, and ensure that, you know, gift boxes, people are able to. So this is going to be really fast. I'm just going to paste my social media handles. If you have some questions and you don't fall among the group of people that will be getting something special from us, then you can actually reach out and I can answer some of your questions still. I'm more than happy to do that. So now this particular one we are building now. So imagine if your brand was giving people the opportunity to build their own packages. So for example, people run this thing for fashion businesses where you can pick any 3 dresses and it is, let me say, for 50K, or any 3 dresses for 30K. To allow people to do that, you have to create what's called a kind of product that's called a grouped product. So now we're giving people the opportunity to pick the products, but they're not doing it on different pages. They're doing it on the pages that are already available there. So we're going to go and give them this option here. So you type the products that you want people to pick from, and they can quickly pick from that. Okay, and then you click on publish. Okay, so we need to put a price to this product, okay? Or they'll just take the product price from, yeah. So now let's look at what all our products look like right now without even doing any design, or, you know, we have not done any design. We're just putting the products there quickly. You see, all our products are here, but let's add a picture there so it doesn't look bland. Let's add a really quick picture. Don't forget, you can ask me questions here. I have just about 20 more minutes to go. So, but we're going to try and answer them. Okay, so we're going to refresh. Refresh again. Let's see if this is going to come up now. Let's see what could be happening. Uh-oh, our product image didn't get set. Let's try one more time. Set that product image there and then click updates. And then click on refresh. You see, now we have all our website, all our products here now. Can you see they're all looking good, well arranged and everything? And you can see that for the different kinds of products, the simple one that is just easy, you come in and you just choose what you want is there. The one, and you can see that's add to cart. The one that, you know, you will come and choose variations from, maybe change, choose a particular size or all of that. That's giving you other options. The one here that you know, you can just make your product by themselves. You see, it's a different button, which is view product. You did not manually do that, and which makes it a whole lot easier for you to create these things. So now we're going to move on to the next key thing, which is around, can everybody see my screen? I want to see if you can see my screen. Everybody tell me if you can see my screen. Great. Good. Good. We're going to go on to the next level. Like I said, there are levels to this thing. We're going to go on to the next level now. I see you have so many questions. If your questions are around the videos being available, trust me, it's going to be available. And how to buy a domain is going to be available too for you to know about. Okay, so we're going to go on to create a home page. Now, how do we create a home page? All we need to do is go to page, and we're going to be building our web page today with a page builder called Elementor. It's one of the top web building pages in the world. For the people who are going to stay to the end of this particular webinar and actually participate in what we're going to be doing as a competition, you're going to get to win something that has to do with what I'm saying now. That will save you. It's a lot of money that we're actually saving you, and we're going to be giving you this thing. So make sure that you stick around. So like I said, we've already installed some things. So, but we're going to create a home page. We're going to click on Add New. However, if you just want your home page to be just about your shop, like in terms of not seeing anything special, then you can go ahead and just have it there and change this to your home page. But that's not what we want. We want people to see a nice looking home page when they come to our website. So we're going to click on that and create a home page really fast. We're going to go to home, create home, and we're going to go to this and make it full width. Make it full width, and then click on publish. Now, we are also going to make, right now, if you go to our website, this is what it shows, Confidence Staveley. That's what it shows. But now if you go to, if you want to make this new page your home page, so what you do is you come to appearance and you come to customize. I hope everyone is following. We have just about 15 minutes to go for this particular session, so stick with me and let's quickly get this housekeeping done. So we are going to put in a logo for our brand. We're going to quickly put in a logo for our brand. And we're going to click publish. Chika, don't worry, we are going to be sharing, Gloria, can you now see my screen? We are also going to, for Chika, we are going to be sharing a recording, so don't worry. What we are trying to do now is we are trying to create a home page for our e-commerce website, okay? Don't worry, we are going to get around getting to do this yourself, and there's going to be a recording. So the next thing we're going to do now is go to home page settings and then choose that home page we just created. Remember, we created a page and we said home. And we said home. So you see, and you click publish. Let's go and refresh our home page and see if it's the same thing again. So we refresh. You see, you have so much control by just clicking around. So now we have a home page we are building. Can you see? Everything is coming together finally. Great. So we're going to move on to more. I'm going to move on to more. So now we have to now customize that home page. This thing is not difficult. It's just playing around, really. If you follow the steps, once you get the recording, follow the steps, and you'll be able to do this yourself. You go to pages and go to home. Once we open the home page again, we now click edit with Elementor. So once you click edit with Elementor, you are now in the place where you can easily create your website, your appealing website, by just dragging and dropping. And it's very easy. I'll answer all your questions. I'm seeing some very interesting questions. So that means everyone is understanding it. This runs literally like your store online. Okay, great. So now we have this web page. We already have our cart here, which is beautiful. So now we just have to add a section. So we add this section. Set the minimum height. Make this full width. Okay. Make content with box, and then it's 500. So you can always scroll. This is just saying how much is it content going to be. That is what this is. What I'm doing right now, you're stating how much you want the content to be. So this is what we're doing now. We want it to be, we want a picture for the full screen, but the content, the box is just this little part here. And you click on update. Okay. And then you add a heading. You come here to section, you see all the things you have, you drag and you drop it here. You drag and you drop it there. Can you see it? It's very easy, drag and drop. And I'm just going to change that text to this brand that we're using as an example. We are going to also quickly make changes to that heading. Control the size and the alignment of the heading. Can you see all what I'm doing? You're going to control all of this. Okay. This doesn't look good, so we're going to do 0. If there's anything you don't understand, please let me know. And we'll make sure I talk through that. We'll go to style, change the text color if you want. Maybe change it to green. Make this uppercase. Change the size to maybe 86. You can actually just do this and then it's moving around. It's going to be moving around. Let's see, we change it. If you change the weight to 700, what it looks like. See, we are actually building this thing together. Oh, can you imagine? You're becoming a pro, eh? You're becoming a pro. Tell yourself that you know how to do these things now. We're not talking over your head because you understand how to do this. Can everybody still hear me? Because I just saw someone saying audio, please. You are becoming a pro. So we click on update and then we add another heading. So you see we are building something, it's coming together. Something that looked like nothing is finally coming together. We are going to, again, I have it all arranged. Let's see if I had it somewhere. Okay, I don't think I had that. We're just going to make something up right now. Explore over 50. Okay, so we're going to quickly change this to this, so it's smaller. Oh, I really like that. You make it seem easy. Thank you so much for that really kind feedback. You are becoming a pro indeed. Fragrances, and you change the color of this to white. It might disappear. Oh, it's going to disappear. So until we change the background. Okay, let's add the background really quickly. So how do we add a background to this? All you need to do is click this section. See what I'm doing? I click on edit section, okay? And I go to style and I go to background type. You can either click slideshow if you want it to be a slideshow. Let's try slideshow. And we click the images and we put them there. Remember, all the images are already here for you. So that's why we are not uploading them. But we have a video that shows you how to upload them. Let's see, let's pick a couple of images. So you see, you are creating something really beautiful. So you see, now we have to add a background here because this is, you know, is transparent and is not showing clearly. These are the things you know how to do very easily. So you say border, you can put a background for it. You choose classic, which is a color, and then you make it white, or you make it gray. Wow, can you see that? You guys built this. I don't even know what in fact, you are the ones that have done all of this. Again, the size of the image is your own, it's for you to choose. So I'm just seeing a question that I'm applying to. I'm going to do this and just change the background to white. So you see, let's just click on update. I'm fast running out of time, so I have just about 5 more minutes to go. So I'm really going to run with this really fast. So we are going to align this quickly to the middle. We are going to change the size by clicking on style. We're going to change it to 30. And we're going to change the weight to 300. Again, you can play with whatever works for you. So now let's see the magic we've just created. We have clicked on update, which means we're going to update the home page. So let's go to home. Let's review what we have done so far. Can you see we have this going on here now? It's changing, and we just created this amazing. Now let's make this full width so it covers everywhere. So we go back here, click, and say that we want it to be full width layout, and we say full width, and we click on okay. Okay, so we're going to refresh this. Now we're going to go into the next area. Uh-oh, I did something wrong. So this is very, very good because then you get to see how I correct things when I do something wrong. So this is exactly how it works. Okay, we're going to go on to the next thing really quickly. We're going to create another heading, and this time we're going to show our featured images. We're going to show our featured stuff. So we can just copy this heading, and then we paste it here. paste. And then maybe create a gap between them. So we go to style, and we go to padding for top, and then we make it maybe a huge padding, 150. Okay, so that appears on its own. And then we can then carry our product. So let's say we do product now. We go to products. There are a lot of products here. So we go to products and we drag and drop products here. So let's go, we drag and drop the product just right under this. It's loading. So all our products are going to show. We now choose the number of rows. So 3 rows, for example, and we click on apply. And we click on updates. But I currently don't like how the products are looking. So I'm going to delete it. All I need to do to delete is right click and click on delete. Let's go again. So we scroll down to Woocommerce and click on product. So we drag and drop our product here. Okay. Okay, so we go to style. And we can now make our adjustments. So really you can play with how much you want these things, how you want these things to look, and play with all of them here. You can literally play with all of them here. However, if you don't want to go through all of this stress creating it, there's also another very easy way. It's something called blocks. So let's see what our website currently looks like. Okay, so I think I've run out of time, but this is what our website currently looks like. And we'll get to improve it more and more. We're going to get to add the shop function on this page, get to make it look great and all of that. So there you go, you have your featured images, and you can always refresh. Now, if you don't want to do all of that, that's too much headache. Let me show you, before I go, let me show you just how to add from what's already available. So when you're using Elementor, you can quickly add these things without doing all of this stress. So you go to this. So now you have a section, and then you can add from the template. But I'll show you that in our next session. So make sure that you are at our next session. My time is already spent. And so far we've been able to add our categories. We've been able to create our shop. This is our shop currently. We have also been able to create the home page, and we will be finalizing a lot of other things and making this home page look very good in our next class. But if you have any questions to ask, you can feel free to use the comments, the Q&A area, Q&A box to ask your question. We'll also be We'll be I'll also be posting my details, so you can contact me if you have any questions to ask me. I'm available on Twitter, on Instagram, and my email is all posted there. So check it out in the comment section. If you have any questions to ask them there, and then I'm going to respond. I've posted my LinkedIn, my Instagram, and my Twitter links there, so we can all stay in touch and get better at doing this. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Confidence. That was an absolutely amazing and extremely engaging session. From everyone's comments, I can see that you all agree with me. So thank you guys for taking the time out to join us. And thank you again to Confidence for taking the time out to teach us how to build our own professional website. As Confidence was saying throughout the session, this is being recorded and will be shared with everyone. So if you felt like she was moving a bit too fast for you, then don't worry, you're going to get the recording and you can watch it over as many times as you want in your own time. So I'd like to, before we get onto the Q&A section, because we got a lot of questions and I'm sure Confidence will be very happy to answer all of your questions, I'd like to invite Confidence one more time to share some very exciting news. Before I change the slide, I'm going to ask her to announce the news. I'm very excited. So Confidence, are you ready to announce the news to all our viewers?
Drums roll.
Drum roll. Yeah.
Okay, great. So I'm very excited that you stayed to the end of this webinar. And so we have a gift for 5 people here. You can win a one-on-one with me if you have really fast fingers. I want you to tell me, drop just a comment why you need a business website. The first 5 comments will win, and winners will be contacted after the session. So quickly drop your comment really fast. Who's going to be the fastest fingers here? Who's going to have the fastest fingers here?
We have 1 minute. 1 minute for you to sell yourself to Confidence. Tell her how much you want to have a one-on-one session with her. As you guys have seen from this 1-hour session, she's given you so many amazing insights. So imagine if it's just you with her, you can ask her all the questions that you want. In 500 words, just spell out why you need a business website, and we'll pick the first 5 comments.
I'm seeing some really nice comments coming. Please keep them coming. We're going to pick 5 people to have a one-on-one with me.
All right, everyone, your time is up. Thank you to everyone who commented. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The winners will be contacted after the session. So it won't be announced right now, but you'll all be, the 5 winners will be contacted after the session. So once again, before I jump into the Q&A, thank you so much, Confidence, for spending your 1 hour on a Friday evening with us. It was very, very insightful. So I'm just going to jump into the questions and read them out, and then Confidence, you can go ahead and answer them. Okay. So the first one is from Comfort, and she said, thanks for putting this together. I have been looking forward to it. I'm trying to purchase a domain name, but I noticed the name is taken. However, GoDaddy said if I pay a broker service fee, they can get it for me. So I'm assuming she's asking your advice on whether she should go ahead with that or maybe change her domain name.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that the domain name, you can add a little variation and buy a fresh one. So for example, if your domain name, or rather the name of your business is best dresses, for example, you can add a variation to it that's not already taken and basically use it. So you can have like bestdressesng.com or bestdresses.ng or bestdresses.com.ng. Creating that variation will help you still get that domain, or maybe not the exact same thing, as against actually going for a broker deal, which will be way more expensive. But if that's the way you want to go, it's also available and you can take it.
Thank you, Confidence. The next question. Okay, somebody asked, can we have the audio of this presentation sent to us? Yes, the recording will be sent to everyone. Please, can you take me through how to install the WordPress, because it's asking me to create a database.
Yeah, not to worry. That's already documented in a video that I promise will be shared with you alongside the replay for this webinar. So I will show you step by step, and it's really easy peasy to get it done just by clicking some buttons and of course filling out a form like you've seen us do, and then your website will be your WordPress will be installed. You don't need to download it to your computer, for example.
Okay, thank you. So just to pause a little bit on the Q&A, I'd like to invite a member of the Alpha team to speak to you guys a little bit about Alpha and all the amazing benefits that you can get from it. I know that you guys already know that today's session is brought to you by Alpha, which is under Union Bank, but we just want to kind of let you guys know, if you don't already know, all the amazing benefits that Alpha can offer you. So I'd like to invite Efe. Over to you, Efe.
Hi, Queen Stella, thank you. Confident, you are I don't know what to call you. You are so great in what you do. Thank you for this knowledge shared. I was actually trying to follow at a time, but I had to stop and I said, you know what, I'll wait for the video so I can take my time and do it myself. Thank you so much. I can say a couple of my friends that came on board and they were really excited about learning how to make their own, build their own website. You know, thank you again. So this event is brought to you courtesy Union Bank, Alpha Union Bank. And what is Alpha? I always like this part when I have to talk about Alpha. Alpha is a women preposition for enabling success in every woman. It's basically focused on enabling the woman's lifestyle. So what do you do as a woman? Are you a business woman, a professional, a career woman? Alpha is here to enable you actually enjoy your lifestyle, enable you succeed in that which you do. Alpha came about because we had a research into what is in it that we can help women achieve. What can we do to help close the gender gap that we have? Oh, we're talking about gender gaps, you know, and we came up with certain things, and the research actually came from the women. The solution came from the women themselves. And then we came up with what we call the 6 pillars of Alpha. And the 6 pillars include: 1, easy access to finances. So being an Alpha woman, you have access to finances with very beautiful interest rates far below the market rate. I can tell you that even being a member, a customer of your bank for 20 years cannot give you the rates that Alpha can give you. Also, for Alpha, do you know that with Alpha you can get loans without collateral? Yes, with Alpha you can actually get loans without collateral. And this is not a joke. You know, sometimes I talk to people and they say, no, in reality, these things will not happen. Well, with Alpha, they do happen. That's why we're putting in so much energy. We're putting in so much press to be able to get it out to you so that you know that these things actually exist to enable your business and professional lifestyle. Also, we have opportunities for professional, personal and professional development. If you log on to the alphawomen.com website, you can see different opportunities for your personal and professional development. We also do what we call the mentoring and coaching session. Look, we currently have a mentorship session going on. And if you think that you require a mentor, and we indeed think you do, because research has shown us that more than 80% of women that are mentored actually go up to succeed in whatever it is that they are mentored to do. So yes, Alpha has a mentorship and coaching program for you. Every now and then we get to announce the mentorship program, and we have one currently ongoing. So look out for the next one. Also, to enable the woman to succeed, we look at your professional, your investment capacity. We do not just invite you to come and save your money in the bank and just invest your money in the bank, but these investment opportunities come with business advisory services. So we have a lawyer that can advise you on the legal terms of your business. We have someone in tax and revenue that can actually talk to you about your revenue calculation, your tax, your audit. We have an HR advisor that can actually help you scale up on your employee strengths, the appropriate employee size for your business. It's just endless, the opportunities we have for you in Alpha. Now, I've been talking about Alpha, I've been saying Alpha, we've been talking about Alpha. So who is an Alpha woman? You can see on your screen very quickly, two broad categories of the Alpha woman. One is the Alpha woman herself, and the other is the Alpha woman in business. Now, for the Alpha woman herself is the individual woman. She could be a professional, someone that works 9 to 5 or 8 to 5, whatever your work time is. She could be a retiree, someone that has finished working and is just doing her thing the way she wants to do it at home, within her control, within her space. That category of women actually falls under the individual woman. And then under the women in business, we have three categories also. We have the woman-owned organization. That's an organization that has 50% of the decision-making power owned by women, or it's owned by the CEO of the organization is actually a woman. And then we go on to the woman-led organization, where you have a woman that is in the board of authority, a woman that is in the executive, a woman that has decision-making authority. And then we also go on to the last category, which is the woman supporting organization. I always like to talk about the last category because that is one uniqueness that Alpha has. And that other women propositions may not have, and that is the organization that has 50% of its workforce as female, or has its product and services geared towards the woman's lifestyle. Yes, it means that a man-owned organization can actually be an Alpha organization. Yeah, isn't that nice? Because the man actually produces goods or services that are geared towards enabling the lifestyle of the woman. So the next time you think of purchasing your cosmetics from a chain that is owned by a man, or your weave-on from a chain that is owned by a man, think of that man as an Alpha man, because he qualifies, that organization qualifies as an Alpha organization. And then of course we have where the employee strength is 50% female staff. That organization also qualifies as an Alpha organization. But for time, I would like to stop here and hand over quickly again to Confidence so she can wrap up this session. And we look forward to seeing you in our next session. Don't forget, this session continues. There's going to be a part 2 of this session where we're going to talk more about building a website, and where the people that won today are going to actually receive their gift. Free websites. Okay, Confidence, over to you. Thank you.
I'm really excited about that, Vince. Thank you very much. Koisola, please go ahead with the questions.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Efe, for that little tidbit on Alpha. On the screen, we have our website. So go on alphawoman.com and join our community today to get updates on many more sessions like this one. Whilst I'm reading out the questions, we're going to run a poll just to receive your feedback on the session. So please take a minute to respond to the polls as they pop up on your screen. So, Confidence. The next question is, does this come with a secure payment gateway? A WordPress. I'm assuming she means WordPress.
Yes. Okay, so like I said, WordPress is very flexible. That means you can extend it as you wish. So we will be showing you in our next class how to integrate a safe payment gateway, and one that works for Nigerian brands. And it's very easy. We're going to show you how to do that, so people can check out and pay with their cards on your website. And we're going to talk more about security also in our next session.
Okay, thank you. Are you using a downloaded version of WordPress or an online version?
If you get to see what the video I was talking to you about that we've made already for you, you don't need to download it. All you need to do is just click on the buttons that are available on your hosting account, and then you can install WordPress. Actually, downloading it is a more manual and tedious process, so we haven't touched on that bit. Also, based on the assumption that everyone here is not a techie, so we haven't done that. But I would advise that if you're not a techie, go with the easy path that we have created for you in the videos you're going to be sharing.
Okay. Someone asked, can we choose more than one currency, or can we have a currency converter?
Yes, you can choose more than one currency. Once you pick the locations that you're trying to work with, and then the currency is converted, or rather you have one main currency and then it's converted across the other regions that you are going to be servicing. So for example, if you have your website dominantly in Naira, you can actually have some prices of your products in dollars, and then the conversion is done on WordPress using Woocommerce. So yes, that's available to you to use.
Great. Someone said, I provide financial services. Is the design the same way?
You might want to provide more flesh to that question. It doesn't quite say much here.
I'm assuming they mean, can I design my website in a similar manner, because they're not selling anything per se. They're offering a service rather than a product that you can buy.
Okay, so that is, you can actually build it on WordPress, but slightly different. Also using Elementor as a web page builder. There are many blocks you can add, and then easily create a website that is for a service and not for a product. So yes, that's possible too.
Okay, great. Someone asked, how do we ensure that our pixel matches the WordPress specification?
Okay, I'm going to use a very simple example because it can go from really simple to very complicated. So for the simple one, you can use Paint. If you're using Microsoft Windows on your computer, there's Paint on just about every Windows laptop. Open Paint and then open the picture in Paint. You'll be able to see the size pixels for that particular picture. If you're a lot more savvy, you can use Photoshop or any other advanced tool, or you can actually see the pixels and crop it to the size that WordPress allows, or look for a bigger picture that matches WordPress. But you can have it in from 800 pixels and above can work on WordPress. But below can actually still work, but the quality of your product when they're shown in the gallery will not be that great. So you need to make sure that your picture is 800 pixels in width and height for all of your products or above.
Okay, great. Someone asked, well done, ma'am. Please, just in case we have sales and it has ended. So I'm guessing she means if something is sold out, do we have to totally delete those items and upload them all over again, or can we just edit them?
Okay, so I think I'm going to answer that question too. I understand it two ways. Sales could be also you're running a promotion. So like you saw when we put the price, the main price, you also put a sales price, which means maybe a product was 4,000 Naira. You can now offer that product at 3,500 because of maybe Black Friday. You can just at that point open that product, put the sale price, and it comes on sale. If the sale ends, you remove the price that you empty that box that has sale price, and then of course it will come back to a full price item. Also, if you've run out of stock for the product, you don't need to re-enter the product or set up the product afresh on WordPress or WooCommerce. No, all you need to do is come back and increase the stock. Remember, there was a place where we showed stock. You put the number you now have, and then you're good to go again.
Okay, great. Someone asked, can I design this with my phone?
I would advise you not. Do this on your computer. That gives you a whole lot more options.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well. Someone asked, Jemima, so sorry. Jemima asked, on the website, how can we track orders, please?
Okay, on your WooCommerce dashboard, you would see a portion where it says orders. Let me show that bit. Oops, oh, you're sharing screen, but then if you look at the videos that when you see the replay, under products, you would see that portion where you have orders. You will be able to see all your orders and then of course fill them. So that's available to you to see in WooCommerce. Okay,
great. Someone asked, can you integrate social media accounts into this website?
Sure, you can. Using plugins, you can integrate social media. One of the plugins that we installed is actually for making sure that you can have your Instagram feed shown on your WordPress website and have it in any portion of your website. You can also have social media icons added that when the people click on that icon, they go to your social media pages. What we're going to do before our next class is also make videos on those little areas and let you have them, because class period, this session is really compact, so you might either be rushing things too much. So we're going to be having those little areas, like I'm just going to make a note of those little areas that you want to touch on, and then we're going to create videos for them separately.
Okay. Someone asked, can you have a blog with an e-commerce site?
Sure. A blog is just a portion where you make posts. Yes, you can definitely have a blog, and it's very helpful, very good for you to have a blog in terms of search engine optimization. When you have a blog, it means you're going to be posting things frequently. You're going to be having a lot of text in those areas, and it's essential that you add words that describe your product in those blog posts. That way, it helps your whole site becomes more discoverable and rank higher in Google searches and any other search engine tool out there. So yes, you can have blog posts or blogs in your e-commerce site.
Great. So I have time for 2 more questions. I'm so sorry. I can see a lot of questions coming in, and I'm trying to go as quickly as possible to read them all out. But unfortunately, we've run out of time. So I'm going to read out 2 more questions. And then what I'm going to do is there are a couple of questions that have come in multiple times. So I'm just going to send them to Confidence. And once she answers them, we'll send out an email to everyone that attended the session with the answers to the questions. So one of the last 2, what is the total cost of having an e-commerce site, and how much do you pay yearly for maintenance? So that was from one person.
That really varies, honestly. It varies from the time you purchase your hosting plan, maybe if there was a promo or a sale. It also varies on what tools you're looking to put on your website. It can go from as low as $100 to way up, you know. So it depends on tools you use, and that's why for this particular webinar, I try to show you a lot of free tools that you can use that work. And for those 5 lucky people, for example, that got to win that, I would of course be showing you the tools that I use fully and how you too can use them on the one-on-one with me. So yes, you can actually have your website and domain name and everything built for between $100 to maybe as high as $300, $500. It depends on what tools you're using. So leverage as many free tools as possible. Try to leverage promotions as much as you can, and you really drive the pricing down.
Great. And the last question, a couple of people asked this: how do I secure the site? So after successful creation, how do I secure the site?
Okay, if you notice in the website we were actually building, we had a padlock at the top left corner of our address bar, which means the website has an SSL certificate. It means that the information that is transmitted from that website when people are visiting in their homes or wherever they are, the communication between that phone or that device that are using to interact with your website to your server is encrypted, is locked in a way that hackers cannot intercept it. So that's one. And we're going to be talking more on security there. The second key thing that we're going to be talking on, for example, is also ensuring that someone cannot break down the door of your house to gain access. One of the ways that people do that is to guess your password. And if you watch the replay videos from the other little videos I made in preparation for this class, I showed you how important it is to have strong passwords. So you have to have a strong password. A strong password is a combination of upper and lowercase characters. It's also an addition of numbers and special characters, and they have to be between 8 to 12. Your password needs to be between 8 to 12 characters long. The next thing too we've done is, or rather we're going to be touching on in our next class, is showing you a key tool which we've installed on the back end of our website, which is called a firewall. That particular tool is protecting your website to make sure that hackers do not bombard it with code and get access in. So the tool has already been installed in the videos that you'll be seeing when we share the replay, and then we're going to be talking more about, you know, tools like that to ensure that security is maintained. Next key thing is that you have to also make sure you keep updating your WordPress site. Like I mentioned, WordPress is continuously improving itself to make sure that security and all the things that changes over time are covered. So you need to also do your part with maintaining security by updating. So we'll be talking more on that in our next session.
Okay, and that's the last question we can take during this session. Thank you so much, Confidence, once again for your amazing, keen insights on how to build your own website. I'm sure everyone has thoroughly enjoyed this session today. Like I said, if we didn't get to your question, I apologize, but I will send them to Confidence, and I'm sure she'll be extremely happy to answer any of them. Now, don't forget that this is part 1 of this 2-part series. Part 2 will be up next week, and if you would like to be updated on the date, then I suggest you go onto alphawoman.com right now and register, because it will be communicated to everybody that's registered on the community. So thank you to everyone that joined. It's been an amazing and engaging session, and we look forward to seeing all of you next week. The 5 winners will be contacted after this session, so look out in your emails, in your inboxes for the exciting news that Confidence will be mentoring you one-on-one. Thank you and goodbye, everyone.
Thank you so much, Queen Salah. Bye.